Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. The long-awaited Sea Viper gameplay trailer is here, and it's really interesting on a lot of levels, not the least of which is even myself. I made a video a while back wondering if Viper will be dumbed down for Street Fighter 6, and seemingly not. She seems to have most of her advanced tricks, although she does get them at a very Street Fighter 6 cost. It's not exactly one-to-one with how it was back in the day. And of course, we're going to break it down like we do on the channel, but a few other things to note. We love skins, we love cosmetics around here, and we're getting a singular release of Outfit 4. So not a pack like last time, but you know what? If any one costume is going to get a solo release, this is probably the one. The famous Mecha Zangief is on its way to Street Fighter 6, coming with the Viper patch, so look forward to that. And we have a very special kind of collaboration coming up as well. We've had like guest collaborations for like say K-pop jury or like various Battle Hub things. How about a collaboration campaign? So this is going to be an all-new Battle Hub scenario here, based off of Banshee's Last Cry, which apparently is a genre-defining visual novel I would not know, as I've never heard of it before today. I'm sure it's excellent, and to make sure there's no confusion, it is not Viper's World Tour little bit here. That's something else entirely. It's its own scenario. Viper is Trial at CERN, so this is 2 World Tour scenarios we're going to get with this patch, which is pretty cool. Like, I actually enjoy all the World Tour stuff. I put a lot of time into it, so I guess I got to read up on what this is actually all about. And we'll also get the usual Battle Hub collab stuff as well. That's pretty cool. Like a new single-player Battle Hub campaign? Yeah, I'm down for that. Like collab campaigns, I didn't know I wanted that, I guess, but something I'll definitely take. So just a little bit of update on other things besides Sea Viper. But now let's talk Sea Viper. So we saw some of the World Tour stuff. She's going to be at CERN. She's infiltrating. Hey, she's a special agent after all. And you being Johnny World Tour, she's going to help kick your head in. Also, noticeable use of the physics there. But yeah, so I mentioned Viper being a bit more than I thought, right? So some of the allegations, of which admittedly I was throwing out of her being dumbed down maybe a bit too early. And Capcom addressing this immediately in the trailer. Why? Trailer opens up with a feint cancel and a super jump. So immediately 2 of Viper's more core traits, they're here in the game. So feinting it seems to be an as-is. Super jump though, not as much. You're going to notice the orangey glow on the super jump, right? So there's a cost to it. Actually, it will cost you a drive gauge to super jump. You will get a lot of powerful things out of it, as you're going to see in the trailer, but it's not free. So besides that, hey, classic heavy kick, we have scissor kick command normal, and more super jump shenanigans. We got a sweep, air-to-air heavy punch, I'm assuming. We have the classical overhead is back as well, and also forward throw, which, well, I was going to say blow your back out, but you kids take things the wrong way. So how about does good damage? Now, that's some of the basics. Let's get fancy with it. So we got a feint, and Ed reacts here with a fireball, nothing happens, and uses light thunder knuckle to go under the fireball, right? So it's going to low profile projectiles, which means in a lot of matchups, this move is going to be very relevant. Now, we don't know the numbers on block, though. I don't think they're going to be as generous as they were with like Street Fighter 4, making thunder knuckle very safe on block. Now, more thunder knuckle shenanigans. So crouch, medium, or heavy punch, into medium thunder knuckle, into, wait, what? A follow-up? Thunder knuckle doesn't have a follow-up. Well, it does now. Thunder knuckle and burn kick both have additional follow-ups. It'll take drive gauge. That's going to be the thing about Viper, is a lot of her cooler things like super jump cancels, follow-ups to her various attacks, all take additional drive gauge. So she might be like the most meter hungry character in the game. So burn kick is also back, by the way. And burn kick also very throw immune because you're in the air. You can't throw someone in the air. And to help with that, all versions of burn kick are safe on block, apparently, according to the Street Fighter 6 blog. So don't worry about spamming it too much. Here we can see burn kick again. And like we mentioned before, it has the follow-up if you burn an additional drive gauge. So if you're just looking to cash out for max damage, burn kick like thunder knuckle is a way to do it. Also, burn kick has different arcs and angles. So you can see here Ed going for Psycho Upper, and well, it don't go high enough, does it? Because Viper stops dead in the air. And so Viper's definitely going to be able to abuse people with either, non-traditional like Shoryuken style anti-air, or people who need buttons like say Honda for anti-air. Big part of Viper is being annoying, and this is definitely going to be annoying to fight against. And this is the part of the trailer where they're like, you know what, don't worry your sweet little head about Viper, we got you, right? We got Seismo cancels, we got Super Jump cancels, Seismo cancels, Seismo into Super Jump, into Burn Kick, and the follow-up as well, like we talked about, right? So this is a real deal sort of deal, except it's been Street Fighter 6ified. The way it worked in Street Fighter 4 is a lot to do with like how the game read inputs and what states you're allowed to do things. This is actual mechanic in the game. So yes, every time she flashes orange, that is a super jump cancel, but every time she flashes orange, she's burning drive gauge. So this whole sequence, 1, 2, 3, that takes 3 drive gauges. That's not cheap. She can do it. You know, we were scared she wouldn't be able to do anything fancy or cool. She can do fancy and cool stuff, but you're paying for it. Now, to me, this opens up a lot more questions, right? Like, I'm not just happy with 2 Seismos. I want a lot more than that. I want to Seismo you all the way to the corner, right? I'll pay the drive gauge. Don't you worry about that. Because it should be really strong in bullying people with burnout for chip damage at a minimum, right? But what will we have to work with? Like, what ranges do all the Seismos have? Like, some stuff the trailer won't give every answer to. But yes, we got feints. We got Seismo Super Jump Cancel Seismos. Hallelujah. It's pretty much what everyone wanted. So I'm very happy about that. And we have more classics. Abusing Super Jump, canceling into a Burn Kick, changing the angles for like near instantaneous cross-ups you were never looking for. It's in Street Fighter 6. Better hold that parry button, because parry will get both sides at the very least. And have a look at this. So going for a feint, baits out the jump because, oh, they're doing something, I'm going to jump it, right? But no, it's feint, so not going to happen. And gets hit by heavy Thunder Knuckle. So that's like the anti-air version. Hopefully for her, has some anti-air invincibility proper versus just being a good angle. But look at this one way. Look at this one way. So I know since the downtime until time ends, people complain about modern controls, right? So if you can do the feints and someone's playing modern, you can feint and bait out that modern reaction time, right? So instead of Viper being ruined by modern, maybe Viper is the anti-modern character. Think about it. And man, the hits just keep on coming. Let's keep this nostalgia tour in full force. That was not a drive impact. That was the focus force. Yes, they basically gave her the Street Fighter 4 focus attack. It's a unique mechanic. It's only for her. It's one of her special moves, but she has a focus. So she'll put up a barrier. It has a hit of armor, like, a drive impact, and you can attack afterwards like a drive impact. But unlike a drive impact, you can say focus attack, dash cancel it. And we're going to see that later in the trailer. So we're going to have to see numbers, start up, block, all that, but potentially an insanely strong defensive option. Next up, we saw the forward throw previously. Let's look at the back throw. So making good use of the shock gloves, just quick knockdown and then zap. Now after this, we're going to see a drive rush here. So crouch, medium kick, I'm assuming. Crouch, medium punch, maybe, I don't know. But Seismo, burn kick, and into the level 1 super. Now there's a couple things to say here. It's not in the trailer, but I have to assume Viper is not a crouch, medium kick, drive rush character, right? It's so ubiquitous with Street Fighter 6. Given that she's sort of the most complex character in the game now, that they mostly gave her everything she had before, she really doesn't need that on top of everything else. So I'm hopeful she's not crouch, medium kick, drive rush kind of character. They've actually been good on that for the last few characters. Less crouch, medium kick, drive rush, the better. I want less people playing Street Fighter 6 and more people playing their own game, if that makes any sense. And then we have the level 1 afterwards. So level 1's really cool, but as per the blog post from Street Fighter 6, it's actually a low-key install. Think something like Mai, and how Mai gives you those flame stock buffs. So when you do the level 1 for Viper, she actually gets a bit of an install in that it can make the next super jump cancel, like, it'd take a bar of drive gauge normally. It makes it effectively free. So that actually can buff her offense a very huge amount on block or for combo damage or however you want to look at it. So there's a lot of value for going for the level 1 just besides the raw actual damage itself, as it will give you free resources. Moving into the next part of the trailer, of course, we have classic Viper. Like, I like the new look. I actually like it a lot, but Classic Viper to me is where it's at. At bare minimum, I knew when it was going to show up months in advance. I could make this tweet and get people real riled up. I still gotta watch K-pop Demon Hunter eventually. I heard it's pretty good, right? Here you can see Viper's shoes on fire, so it's at least I'm assuming that means she has the buff live from the level 1 super. And it's kind of classic Street Fighter 4 zoning 101, which always made her frustrating to fight against depending on the character, because Seismo into burn kick, right? And a lot of normal standard projectiles lose out because Seismo doesn't travel. It just hits you wherever you are. And here's a quick $1 million sequence. So punish counter, heavy kick, and what happened there? Heavy kick canceled into focus force, cancel focus force in the dash. So therefore, it's effectively Street Fighter 4 FADC combos and in Street Fighter 6. So Viper, I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't think you'd have the style. I didn't think you'd have the substance in Street Fighter 6. And hey, here we are, FADC combos. But once again, the price for coolness is this stuff ain't cheap. This stuff ain't free, right? So after the normal, EX Seismo, super jump cancel burn kick, heavy thunder knuckle into the new follow-up, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 bars. I believe she has the flame buff up here from level 1, so it might make aspects of this free, but like she's just, again, going to be a very meter-hungry character. How about some more fancy stuff? So we're going to have an air-to-air conversion, go into burn kick, great, land, super jump, empty super jump into nothing here, hits with heavy kick, and scoops him with the light knuckle. So it looks like heavy kick will be like the dangerous anti-air. Heavy thunder knuckle will be like the safe one. Heavy kick, if you smoke someone in the air, it'll give a ground bounce. That's pretty strong. So we get the light thunder knuckle follow-up afterwards, and then the follow-up to the thunder knuckle. So it looks like if you have them dead to rights on the jump, heavy kick's probably the better option because you'll get a lot more damage out of it. And here we get a whole nother sequence with focus force, aka the focus attack here. So once again, armored just like a focus attack, and just like a focus attack, if it hits as a punish counter, it'll crumple you, you will get follow-ups, right? So it's basically the Street Fighter 4 focus attack. So like Crouch Fierce, Seismo on the crumple into another focus, free damage. And the note too, that's a super jump cancel as well. So when she does the Seismo, she's super jump canceling, then canceling that into focus force. At least that's my read on it. And once again, gonna be expensive on the drive gauge, although her feet are on fire right now, so I'm assuming that she has that install from the level 1 up. Now, and another thing to evoke basically that this trailer is made for the C Viper sickos out there. Yo, Fierce, Feint, Fierce. Like one of the most core building blocks of C Viper as a character in Street Fighter 4. Here it is in Street Fighter 6. I'm sure it's gonna be really particular about how it works, but on its base level, normal, feint, normal. Hey, here we go. Drive rush, Fierce, feint, Fierce again, Seismo, super jump cancel, burn kick, and then EX burn kick, keep the juggle going, and then that's a juggle state. So this is her level 2. And this is a full invincible super, by the way, as per the Street Fighter blog. Evoke some elements of older supers, including the old Ultra 2 burn kick. And we got to close out the trailer now. So big fancy combo time, drive impact versus drive impact. And we get a bit of a showcase of just the stuff, right? So once again here, normal, Seismo, super jump cancel. And even this is overly fancy in a good way, because it's Seismo, super jump cancel that into a feint. So she's just standing normally again, right? So not even into another move. Then we raw drive rush into a crouching normal, EX thunder knuckle afterwards. And then we just go into level 3, which is called the hard luck rejector. And I actually love this one because Viper takes a hit in this one here. So they're just trading shots. I really like the supers like Luke's, where it shows like there's a back and forth in the fight. It's not just you completely clowning on the enemy. Maybe in the critical art version, that's the one where she just wins clean. But like I like here Guile or whatever character to be, like actually gets a nice hit in. Now Viper, being cool and smart, sort of like leans into the hit a little bit to grab them on the other way. And then rocket boots, we're going flying. And then, well, it's simply gravity at that point. Actually reminds me of the old Evil Ryu Ultra a little bit. But yeah, man, Viper is friggin' cool. The style, the aesthetic, I knew they were gonna land that, right? That's the easy part. Viper just oozes cool no matter what she does. Like, look at this. She's burning old passports because, you know, she's a spy. I'm assuming the one that sort of shows on the side here is like her identity as a CERN researcher slash scientist. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, man, like everything worked out here. Good damn trailer. I believe she's out October the 15th, so you don't got all that long to wait. And of course on the channel, combos, guides, coverage, all that stuff, I'll be there for you. And normally I do like looking at the World Tour stuff as an update too, right? And we have 2 World Tour updates, Viper's campaign and this new guest campaign. I'm actually kind of excited for that. That's really cool. But yeah, obviously most excited for the fact Viper isn't, as we worried, as we thought, as I postulated, not dumbed down for babies. It's certainly not free. She gets a lot of those advanced techniques like the super jump cancels, like the feints, but stuff like super jump cancels, that costs you meter, that costs drive gauge every time you do it. So you get to do a lot of the cooler, more advanced stuff, but it's just not forever like in Street Fighter 4. There's a price to be paid, and it might make her the most overall meter hungry character in the game. But that said, I'm very glad it's there, right? We have room for an advanced character in the game. Like someone like Alex, as much as I like Alex, right? Alex probably going to be an easier character. Something stand heavy kick, something hyper bomb. We got room for like a higher skill cap character, especially with most of the DLC characters to this point being like just all-rounders. So I'm glad they did not shy away from like keeping Viper what made her interesting in Street Fighter 4, which is a lot more of the advanced tech stuff. And they rolled it into the game in a smart way using drive gauge to get a lot of those cool things. And of course, there's still a lot more details yet. Like the blog post said one of her follow-ups for burn kick, the drive bar one, right? That's plus on block. So that's going to be annoying. And I'm sure we're going to figure out a lot of very annoying things that we don't even know about yet. And that's fun. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, not much else to say besides that. So as far as like just the whole Viper experience goes, thumbs up. Very happy with everything they're showing. Very excited to get my hands on her when she comes out later in October. And other than all that, well, that is it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.